Hey, so today I wanna showcase a Iris campaign run with her getting a bit buffed in the patch notes and of course a new Iris coming out as well. I figured why not do a test run with Iris Thunder Springs at the moment before the buffs and everything come in. Iris last this season, well, technically still this season, is still very good. Top builds could do Supreme Showdown level 20, and I think on my Iris I got to like level 12 or 13 without really min-maxing it. So yeah, I just want to see, I'm just gonna test this out now. And I'm gonna show you how to like get through the campaign as Thunder Spirit Iris. You could potentially also do it as with fire. Oh, 1 second. I had to change my keybind since I played a Carino, but yeah. I'm gonna test this out, gonna showcase how you level as Iris, and I'll at the end I'll show how long it took and everything. So yeah, I'll pause the video now, and if something shows up, I'll showcase it. During the campaign, it's important to just keep on moving and running, and talk to. Just click on the skip up here to skip everything that is not needed, and then just ignore everything and keep running. Most of the time when I'm doing the campaign, as you can see, the damage is still quite decent. I just tend to ignore the passive points until I have like a few of them. And just keep on running. Skip everything because you're going to get into the treasure trove later on anyway, which I'll also showcase when I get to it. But the minions, they kill like quite easily in the background. So make sure I don't die. Otherwise I have to do a shame. 3, kill the rare for some XP. And yeah, this is basically just the experience or dexterity, damage, this. Put on a helm, there we go. Yeah. I'll show the boss now, but it's not really anything to talk home about. It is a bit slow to get going, as you can see. I did see a run earlier today with a guy that was using fire spears, which seems to be a little bit quicker. But I tend to enjoy using the skill that I'll be using the rest of the game to level it, just to get like a more of a feel for it. But yeah, the most damage is not too bad at the moment. There we go. 3 left. Now, oh yeah. Since I've done the this, I get extra skill points, so I'm now level 4, so I would just be using 4 skill points, get this. It's okay to follow what the game tells you in the beginning to level up. Since it is quite a decent guide to just follow in the beginning, and later on you will just like, when you get to like time march, you will start doing the going into modic arms and all that kind of thing. But for now, just like run past everything, and yeah, if anything else comes up, I'll show you. When it gets time for your second skill, ignore service codes because that's not gonna help you clear as much. Go for jump. This will then chain to more monsters, which will help your clear significantly as you're running through the zone. Just changed all the monsters and it's a lot easier to use. I got 2 more skill points, I'm just gonna stuff those into more damage. But yeah, just get chain and your life gets a lot easier. And afterwards you can get multiple projectiles for even more clear. I always go up here. And then you go down here. Not even sure why I'm talking about this, it's not interesting at all. Oh well. I'll be back when something else pops up. See y'all in a bit. So we have arrived at our first treasure trove. What we kind of want out of here is the... there was a ring we could use. You can get this, which will support the main skill, and our main skill is Thunder Spirits. So this would be really useful to get. Requires level 11. I would not farm it out, but if you get it within like a run or two, I wouldn't say no to that. Yeah, as you can see, we're just running through here. Spirits, kill everything in the background if you're just like cruising along. Treasure troves I tend to farm out till like at least 2 to 3 times just for the XP. Just so you like a little bit like above level for the zones and you can cruise through them a little bit quicker. You can also choose not to do so, but it just makes it a lot easier to like do everything. But yeah, I'll run this like 1 to 2 more times, I think to like level 12, and then you'll see me again when I have something else to show off. Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention about the treasure troves. These are weighted, meaning they don't have the same drop chance. Just in this run I got 3 of these helms, and from playing through all the seasons I just know that some things are heavily weighted than others. So yeah, if you go farming, don't expect it like 25% chance to drop. You will probably get like 5 of these before you get any of these. So yeah, just something to keep in mind if you were planning to farm it. For the drops and not for the XP. Yeah. I have just unlocked pack spirits. I will not be using my pets that I have unlocked to gambling, so I'll be leaving that be. But yeah, if you have any pets from previous seasons, I will just go full out damage. Just slot, when you can, slot damage pets in here. But for now I'll just go for elemental resistance, because there's nothing really that useful in here for me. And later over here you get like all the minion damage, but it's like at level 20. When you get to this point, your first main node should be additional minion damage. Well, barrier is not really you need it in the campaign, and you don't have sentry, so max minion damage it is. And this is how my tree looks like at the moment. I'm not going for minion critical at this very moment, because we are still early and you don't have a lot of like critical strike chance yet, so there's not really much point in going into here. It's way better to just go with the minion damage and attack speed. Like here I'm now going minion damage and more minion damage, and yeah. I'm leaving 10 points like I said earlier because I completed part of the Brave or whatever you call it, so yeah, see you all in a bit. When you get past King's Pass, you unlock Nourishment. Oh, button. You unlock Nourishment. What I would recommend is change it out here, and then just replace this with Extended Duration. Like so, and then just replace this with your heal. And then you should all be good to go again. I wouldn't really press this on cooldown, just whenever you think about it or in a boss fight, just press it and it should be fine. They only really get 67 growth from it anyway. And since you keep moving, it's not really that impactful, but in a boss fight where you're just standing still waiting for the spirits to kill the boss, it's quite handy. Level up jump. Yeah. I'll showcase the Dwarf King boss fight real quick. This is our current damage, which is not too bad. It's not taking 2 hours to kill.
That room must be the key.
That is the fight there. Heal. Heal. And now we get devoured by the shadow curse. Oh well. And then just continue on your way again. I have just unlocked my hero trait, which you can see down here. Basically what it does, it grants 4 stacks of nourishment, which give your spirits additional damage and last for 15 seconds. Within 1 second of getting nourishment, you gain 70% movement speed if there's no enemies. They have a higher chance. They have a 30% chance to lose a stack when you use an enhanced skill. And when using a skill, additional damage dealt by this skill. So basically what you just want to do is run around and click your right left button or click F or whatever this is tied to, and you feel the need to. As you can see, the stacks are up here. But I would say as you're just running through the zone like this, you don't really need to click it. It's more a thing you would do once again, just when you're at the boss or whenever you face like a tough rare enemy or... But yeah, if you want to have the normal ones just die a bit quicker, you just run around, and whenever this is ready, just click your spirit, summon to the spirit button, or click F. Whatever you prefer. We have arrived at the second treasure trove. For this it would still be nice to drop a lonesome. The belt is also nice. And I'm not sure if this works for Thunder Spirits, but if I drop one, I'll test that out. But yeah, same as the last one, just run through and level to around 22, I would say. The zone is level 16. So I'm probably just gonna run in here until I'm like around level 20. Yeah, 22 is a bit too high, just around level 20. And it seems like I do have to keep pressing the button. Oh well. Whoa. No, that's what you get for running ahead and not paying attention. Oh well. Yeah, I got ganked on by 2 rares. This is a longer zone than the last zone. Treasure zone at least. Oh. Okay, what's this being almost dying now? Okay, as demonstrated, you need to be careful here. Yeah. You do not have the recall ability yet. Oh. Otherwise I would definitely replace that one for it. But am I talking out of my ass now, or do I have it? Oh, I do have it. Oh. Well, in that case, I'm gonna use this now when I'm running over here and they're not being quick enough. Then just press R. Press R, bring him over here. Yeah, thank you for going into the tree over there, really helpful. And then you just like teleport them ahead of you. Like so. This one is particularly annoying for Thunder Spears because you have to summon them behind it. Otherwise you deal no damage. I'm gonna farm this a second time and I'll show what I get. As expected, I got another Desire of Survival, which is still decent for the 11% movement speed. Which I'm still waiting for boots with movement speed. Oh well. So yeah, I'll just continue on my way, and if there's something else I need to show, I'll show it.
Enough live.
Because we all know that this boss fight takes like way too long, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. Goodbye. I got a new skill slot and I forgot to slot this in. On second thought, I would actually wait with Nourishment on Life and get Elemental Shock instead. Because this just applies to your minions. So you don't have to stand in the AoE. This is just 70% more damage instead of having to stand in the AoE. So I would say that is a lot easier to use. So yeah. As I'm complaining about movement speed, I get boots with 9% movement speed. I would love to use the 20%, but that is very conditional to get hit first to lose your energy shield. But it's better than nothing, so I'll be using these. When you get to town, this is your next main skill point for the main skill. Like I said before, I feel that multiple projectiles is the way to go. Because I think 2 is enough, so you don't have to handicap yourself with the -9 additional damage. 2 plus jump is like a really good combination for clearing. And your boss damage is also still quite good. So yeah, I will showcase that real quick. So you get like 2 extra projectiles and it clear speeds up massively like this. Yeah, it's a lot better now. So yeah, when anything shows up again, I'll show it. I'll just showcase the boss real quick so you can still see that the damage is still there. So don't worry too much about getting two not main damage skills. The extra projectiles and the jump definitely make up for the little less single target damage. For your next main talent, you wanna go with this for the +2 minion skill level and initial growth. Later on, when you can craft a better wand or bow, you can go for Isomoric Arms, which will then give all the stats from the bow to your minions. But that is like later on when you're out of the campaign. This is for example bow that you would use with Isomoric Arms. Minions gain main hand weapon damage bonuses. That is this. This is also quite easy to craft, and you can also get high energy on this. So what you would do is just use Flame Sand to spam like physical damage, elemental damage, critical strike rating, and then just flat damage. Of course preferable physical flat damage and lightning physical damage, because lightning spirits convert all physical damage to lightning damage. So yeah, these are a little bit wasted stats, but not as much. Yeah, that is like a tech you can use from really early on when you find like a decent suitable bow for it on the ground, or yeah, it's very easy to find a bow on the ground and then just use that for your base to craft on. And when you have finished this one and gotten your 2 main skills, go for Alchemist, activate, and then just spam out minion damage again. As you can see, I haven't really gone for survivor nodes yet, like max life and energy shield. But it is not really needed in the campaign, and an early beacon farming, it isn't really needed either. It's better to just spam to get all your damage nodes in first before you decide to go into defensive options. Another tip as well, this is the first map where you will usually meet the league mechanic. I suggest just skipping the league mechanic because it's not really worth doing in the campaign. Barely gives you any rewards and it just slows you down. I would say if you enjoy the league mechanic or just want something else to do while you're running through the campaign, it's totally fine. Just do what you enjoy doing most. It's still a game after all, so yeah. I have also replaced the potion here and moved it now to down here to get like some extra mobility out of my dashes. Some little extra movement speed because of quick mobility. Oh wait, not quick mobility. Magic dash. Just for that extra little bit of speed and extra charge on my dash. And as you can see, we're still clearing reasonably well here. Just going to... Let me have to go back. There we go. Yeah. If there's anything I need to show again, come on, yeah. I'll be back. Seems like I forgot to pause just now when I was making a note. Oh well. What you want to do is just rerun one more time. With just a little bit of extra XP. But as you can see, I'm already like demolishing everything. And don't forget to use your sprints, but I tend to be forgetting 24/7. This way. You would assume by now that I would know the map layouts by playing like a few hundred hours of Torchlight, but no. As soon as I stop playing, every map layout just vanishes from my mind. But yeah, that's the one thing Torchlight also is going for. The maps are not like precisely generated or random in that sense. Every like map is like its own thing. There we go. Chain of resistance, is that useful? No. But yeah, I'll continue on. At level 34, you unlock these auras, which will not be useful at all for you, because these apply to your character, not your minions. So we have to wait till level 50 before we can use any of the auras that actually affect our minions. So yeah, a little bit of a letdown, but yeah, what can we do? Well, scrap what I just said. When you kill the boss of this zone, you get electric conversion for additional lightning damage. When you kill the boss over here. So yeah, ignore what Mr. YouTuber just said. Yeah. Here we have treasure trove number 4. And all of this is pretty much, no, not useless. As we know, we cannot use this. This is not useful for us. Like explained before, this is amazing. We cannot, this is not really useful, but this one. On 120 to 150% extra minion damage. Consumes 5% of life when you use summon skills. I'm pretty sure we can work around that. And as far as I know, this is the one of the commoner drops of this region. So if you want an easier time, you can just run this zone a bit to get the hammer drop for the and I'm pretty sure none of this doesn't count as a summon skill. Oh wait, this does count as a summon skill. Making other mistakes today. Do I get a hammer drop my first time? Or do I have to run the zone 50 times? Oh, there we go. So let's see. Oh, I got a low roll, but still works. So let's see, this is a summon skill which sacrifices 5% of your health, but as you see, not a big deal. Because these are like pretty long cooldowns anyway. And your trade doesn't count as a summon skill, even though as it should, but it doesn't take away your HP. So only this and this will, which even if I spam them at the same time, I'm still getting my HP back at quite a decently fast rate. So yeah, that does mean you cannot use a second wand, which is unfortunate, but the 80% to 150% more damage makes up for it. I'll keep running this zone till I get a second hammer. Well, that didn't take long. Immediately the second run, but you never know. This is 80%, 60%. Well, you can now dual wield them. So yeah, 140% extra minion damage to just run the zone a bit is quite good, I would say. I would not keep running them for better rolls, because you don't want to spend too long here. Just get like 2 hammers and you're good to go. Yep. This is what my tree is looking like so far. Just all the minion damage. You're not really using enhanced skills that much yet. You don't have the high enough chance for it from the main core talents and everything, so just get more minion damage. And early in the campaign, you don't really want your Spirit Magi to use enhanced skills, because that will take away from your nourishment up here. They have a 30% of stack to lose one. So yeah, I would just put all into here, not bother with this for now. And for your main talents, you pick Source. That's not really... It's the only... It helps for your mana, which we don't really need at the moment. Additional Spirit Maker's effect. You don't get affected by that anyway, but your Spirit Magi get additional power skill effect, which is quite good. Yeah. I happen to get an ownerless from this boss fight, which I'll be not using, since this is more like a random drop and it gives me movement speed and max life, and I still kind of want to keep it in line with how quick you would be able to do the campaign. You should be able to get like at least 1 movement speed boost throughout fighting bosses. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep it in my inventory. This is now the finale boss of this act, which I'll just showcase how our boss damage is at the moment. Which within 15 seconds it was already phased, so... Oh, that's what I get for not paying attention. Oh, we need to redo it now.
Immortals! How dare!
What was that? Okay. Just ignore all the mechanics, except for the one shot. You cannot ignore that one. Oh, I should probably spam out my buffs. Oh. Oh, going over there. Going over here. There we go. That is not useful at all for us. So, and now we just continue on and leaving poor Derek, the Archbishop, be. Pick up this glowing thing, the spark. Not sure like... Oh, I probably clicked T by accident and spamming my abilities. Up. Click there, click this, typical. Up here, but yeah, I'll just continue on my way now. Here is treasure trove number 5. And there isn't really anything in here that we can use. This is like really good for like the life regen, and earlier on also the plus max life. And as always, if you happen to drop this GG, you are basically done in the campaign. And early beacon farming as well. Yeah, just run this. Yeah, you've heard me say this multiple times now, it's probably getting tired. Just showing it. Oh, of course, take this route like here, and not the way I went. Just takes longer. And then up here is the boss. Take a little bit longer whenever I forget to press my support abilities. Just ignore that one, not even gonna bother. Curse. Warning fire, nice. I'll be using at least this one so early, like beacon leveling, or mobs, or whatever you want to call the beacon system here. Just for like the extra health regen, because our health is not the highest, it just shoots up. I'm gonna farm for one more time, just as usual, just farm it like 2 times. If you get 2 rings, use 2 rings, and if you don't, then not the biggest of deals. I remembered my own advice and went this way instead. For some reason my brain wants to go up here, but I cannot tell you why. But yeah, in this stage in the campaign you're just mostly using like the random legendaries that you get or drop. Using this one for the life and for the tenacity stack for like damage reduction, these 2 for big minion damage, regen, a little bit of speed, life, speed at full life, and then yeah. The game doesn't really give you a lot of options early on to craft gear, so it's best to just like use the legendaries with like decent gear on them, stats on them. As you can see, I already leveled up like 3 times I think in this map. Yeah, I'll be using 2 of these rings just for the massive like sustain it will give me. And as you can see, I am pretty sure this will not add damage. Let's see, it doesn't add damage to our minions. Even technically, I think in the tooltip it says they are spell damage. Oh, it does. See, it says spell, and this says adds erosion. You see lightning to spells, but it adds nothing. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just need to know that local spell damage like this doesn't add anything to your minions, only to your own spell damage. So yeah, I'll now be continuing on into the campaign. At some point you also get the option to choose your new path. You'll be going for Steel Vanguard. No wait, my mistake, it's not Steel Vanguard, it is Warlock. You'll be going into Warlock for the minion damage, but especially for indifference. And off the beam track I'll explain more later when I get there. But here I'm just finishing off this track. This is just more survivability, and Spirit Magi take 80% less damage. I doubt this will stay in the new season, because the new Iris can possess a Spirit Magi, and technically then you would take 80% less damage, which seems kind of really overpowered. So I don't think the minus 80% will stay. But we're also not exactly sure how the new Iris will work in that regard. If you will possess Spirit Magi, if your normal body can still die in that sense. But if your Iris body is immortal, well, you're like possessing a Spirit Magi, I can see this being like really good. And for this one, you just go to like till you get this. See, I'm not entirely sure how this minus 80 additional, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. You don't want to take this one, this is a trap. It says max Spirits Magus quantity, but this will not let you use an extra Spirit Magi on the field. Just to be clear. This is just minus additional Spirit Magus damage. I mean, I can even show it. Look, it did not give me an extra Spirit Magi, so it's just a big old waste of a point and just minus 40 damage. Yeah. This boss, Lionheart, will drop you your first hero memory. This boss will always drop a hero memory. We cannot use this yet. We will be using that at level... oh, we can actually. So you will be using this and you will be picking... well, this is not really a big hero trait for us. This one, if you're over the 60% resistance cap, you get extra chance to use enhanced skill, which we are not using at this point. And this one, extra mana shield compensation and an extra nourishment stack. This is not really being used at this moment either, because we're not really stacking auras yet. And maximum nourishment stack, we are never getting to the full cap of nourishment stacks anyway. We're never getting to 10 because they fall off too quickly in this stage. But this is still useful, this shield compensation, so I'll be picking that one. And yeah, we cannot even use this second aura yet, so yeah. I just noticed I hadn't... oh, 1 second. As I was saying before I got a call, I noticed I hadn't put in any of my pack points into minion damage, so I just fixed that. And now I'm doing a lot more damage, of course. And this is my least favorite section of the game, going to every corner, grab a ball, and then go back up here. And then you have to wait for this long sequence. Spin, spin up. Yeah, you're suffering with me through this. And then after 24 hours, it decides to open up servers. And then and there you go. This is definitely what's coming up next, is my least favorite section of the game. Okay, I'm just gonna ramble a bit now. Sorry for that. You have to go to each like faction on the other sides and then go to an extremely long during dull dungeon or whatever, hallways, and then it's just so long and boring. It's just, this is like one of the worst parts of the game for me, just like how long this sections takes. Because you have to go to the road of the moon and then the road of the sun, and then just, okay. I'm not gonna make you suffer through this one, I'll just be suffering alone, and I'll see you when it's done. And when you have gotten all the nodes in here, just go for minion crit, because at this point you're slowly gonna build towards it. Just to tell you what mainstays to you, main core talent to get here, I'm gonna put 1 point into here, put a me one below, but you want to get this just for the additional damage per 20 growth, and at this stage you have 140, so that's like an extra 6% damage. Later on, when you get higher chance for enhanced skill, you want to use this and then plus not this one, this one, and then potentially remove this. So then you're like 62, and then with some slates and gear you can get a lot high. You can get to 100%, but right now you're not doing that, so just go for like a little bit of extra damage here. Yeah. but I'll be taking the point away because I need to stay at 10. This is the final treasure trove. And nothing useful for us. Oh, this one could potentially be decent. If you don't have a decent like purple belt by now, this can be good. And as I've said 4 times now, this one amazing, get that one. Use it if you get it. And it drops beacons. There's not really a reason to level up in here, just do it once for the skill point. Damage has been falling off a little bit, I'm not clearing as fast as I used to. But to be fair, I have some skill points in reserve. And we haven't really been getting much damage from these two. So that's why we are lacking a little bit. But now you can get like damage nodes again, and then we go for the attack speed. So we are getting up there again. But beforehand, around now it's a little bit rough to get. But it feels a little bit better. Stop pressing T. Yeah, as always, just run through it. Press Q when they lag behind, so they get up to you. And then Q, R, right click when it's ready. Get a Call of Souls. This is still for this location. A Call of Souls. I don't really want to lose the movement speed that I have right now, so yeah, this is definitely something I would consider using if I was going more into the beacon farming. Working up your beacons, and later on when you got like all the crit nodes in the passive tree, you will be getting quite some growth out of this as well. So yeah, just do this one for the passive point, and then just more damage. And now we are on to the last fight of the campaign. Nothing special really, just park the Thunder Spirits in front of his fat body and it would just protect him. Well, now he's gonna face. Yeah, dramatic big dragon, just come on, there we go. Yeah, so dramatic. Let's go. Oh. There we go. Come on, do your works. Keep putting the minions over there, then they're less effective. There we go. I was not expecting it to go this slow. I don't have any more healing pots, so please kill it. we go. Oh, now I get different boots after I've already beaten everything. Ah, that was not would have helped me anyway. So yeah, that is the campaign done. And now it's just, let me see, yeah, crafting, lovely. Yeah, now it's just this. Nope. Into building up your beacons and doing all of that jazz. Yeah, that was my walkthrough tutorial playing as Iris Thunder Spirits. Yeah, I didn't get to finish the entire skill tree. But what I would do from here is finish off minion damage. I may as well just do it now. And then you go into minion attack speed, more minion damage, more minion damage. I'm just gonna reset this one. And then you go into minion damage. And then, where is it? Cooldown for the extra max charge here. For your movement skill. More damage. More damage. And all skills, which is also your minions and every skill you have. But this is more for ailments. Then you still have some points left over. Then you finish off this. I don't know the entire tree out of my head. And the rest of the points at this point you put into energy shields, max life, just what you need. But that is for later. First I would put like 2 points into here so you get this. With this you go for all skills. Pretty self-explanatory, your minions get +2 levels and so do your other skills. And for here you go with off the beaten track for +4 support skill levels. And support skills mana multiplier is fixed at 95%. That means later on when you start using more auras, I cannot show it off now, I can, that these don't cost 110%, they instead cost 95%. And that's a very, very big deal for if you later on you go into more auras, you can use one more aura. So that's important for, of course, more damage. And hero trait wise, I would go into this one. Well, pretty self-explanatory. Plus extra spirit, 50% more damage. Basically how it is. And then you go with this one, because it will auto trigger the skill, which saves you a lot of clicking during beacon pushing. And later on, more towards the end game, you want to go with this. Basically, to give your spirit makers a lot of what's the name? Nourishments. But yeah, that is my tutorial walkthrough on Thunder Spirit Iris. I hope this was very informative and helpful. If you have any tips for me on what to do, what I can improve, please tell me so. And if you want to see like me pushing this further, like into beacons and everything, what I would do at that point, please also let me know. Have a good day, and please subscribe, like, leave a comment, whatever you feel like doing. And I thank you for your attention.